Hey everyone, it's low carb and keto nutrition specialist Amy Berger bringing you, as always, keto without the crazy. I often talk about people who are struggling on keto or low carb diets, right? I try to share mindset tips and actionable strategies for people who are having a hard time getting started with a low carb or keto way of eating, or keeping going, getting that momentum and really getting the results you want, right? Because presumably we are following a low carb or keto diet for some end goal. We either want to lose weight or reverse type 2 diabetes or prediabetes, or reverse PCOS, or say goodbye to heartburn, joint pain, migraines, fatty liver. The list goes on and on. But today, I have a message for those of you who are not struggling, those of you who have actually reached your goals and are in the maintenance phase now, or if you are getting close to reaching your goals. But if that does not describe you, if you are someone who is still riding the struggle bus, as they say, please watch anyway, because I think you will still get something useful to you, or it's something that you can tuck away for later when you are closer to maintaining the things that you are currently on your way to achieving. So this topic was inspired by a conversation that I had with a friend of mine just a couple days ago, and this person has had a phenomenal transformation using keto. She has reversed type 2 diabetes. Her A1C is completely normal now. She still wears a CGM. Her blood sugars are beautiful, totally normal, healthy, non-diabetic blood sugars. She has reversed fatty liver disease. She is off, I forget how many medications, several medications. Let's just say she is just a dynamite example of so many of the fabulous things that a keto or low carb way of eating can do for someone. But she's in an interesting position now because she kind of like doesn't know where to go from here. She is content with her weight, although she'd like to lose a little bit more, but if she doesn't, if she just stays where she is, she's happy because her health is so much better. I mean, she is not diabetic anymore, right? And that was the main goal. So she was saying, how do I know how I'm doing anymore if I don't have the scale to gauge? Like if I'm not deliberately aiming for more weight loss, or my diabetes is already gone, my blood sugar is already normal, my A1C is normal, what can I look at to assess my progress? And it's a very interesting question because many people who are following a low carb or keto diet do have one of those goals in mind. You do want to lose weight. You do want to reverse type 2 diabetes. So there are measurable, objective bits of data that you can look at, like, oh, I'm losing weight. Great. I'm doing well. My weight's coming down. Oh, my blood sugar is coming down. My average glucose this week, if you have a CGM, was lower than last week. Or if you have hypertension, if you measure your blood pressure at home, you visible proof. Oh, my blood pressure is getting lower each day, each week, each month. So what do you do when you no longer have those little guideposts to keep you motivated and excited along the way? Right? I think that phrase dopamine hit is overused, so I don't want to say that little dopamine hit. I'll just say that little burst of excitement, that little, nudge of a positive momentum to keep you going. When you have arrived, when you have reached your goals, and so you don't have that ongoing stuff to look for, how do you assess how you're doing? Well, I hope the answer that I gave my friend will be helpful for you. When you're in this situation, maintaining that progress is the win. Every day that you maintain is the progress, right? I didn't look up the statistics before I hit record on this video, so I can't tell you the exact numbers, but most of us know the norm is to regain weight after you lose it. Maybe you have been through that yourself. A lot of people come to keto or low carb because they've lost weight and then regained, lost weight, regained, and keto is what finally helps them keep it off for the long term. So many people come to keto after having lost 50, 100, 200 pounds with bariatric surgery only to regain most or all of it. And they need to find a different method of doing it. So anyway, being that that's the norm, then if you get to your goal weight, or as I prefer, a goal weight range, where you can be up or down a couple of pounds or kilos and still feel good, everything in your closet still fits, when you are within your goal weight range, then staying there is progress. Staying there is the win. You don't need to keep going lower and lower and lower if you are already content with your weight or your physique, your shape, your size, whatever. The progress is every day, or hopefully not every day, every week or every month that you step on the scale or that you take out that tape measure and you haven't gone back the other way, because so many people do. So the progress, the win, is not becoming that statistic. And I'm focusing on weight, but we could say the same about blood sugar or blood pressure. You know, if you have reversed your diabetes, if your A1C is now normal, your blood, daily blood sugars are now normal, the win for you is staying non-diabetic. The win for you is keeping your diabetes in remission. That's the term we most use, is putting it into remission. So every day or every week, every month that you keep having normal blood sugars, that is the progress. The progress is every day that you say, oh, yes, one more day when I'm still not diabetic anymore. Go me. That is that jolt of joy and pleasure and excitement. So I think just because you have reached your goals doesn't mean that keto or low carb isn't still exciting for you, isn't still a source of joy and pride, frankly. Pride, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. I have kept this weight off for 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, 15 years, instead of regaining it like I did in the past, or like so many millions of people do. I mean, that can keep you going. That is the progress. Now, I also think it's important to get joy and pleasure from other things in your life. I think that's a pitfall that some people fall into when they do a low carb or keto diet, especially if they started out very, very overweight or very heavy or with a very, very severe health issue, and now they're at a normal weight or normal weight, or their health problems are gone, they're in remission, they've been reversed. But during that process, you or they probably went through a long time where there was measurable progress. Ooh, I've lost another pound this week. I'm down another 2 kilos this month. My A1C dropped 2 points since the last time it was measured. All of these wonderful things that, of course, we look forward to this. Of course, they give us that excitement and that just, positive vibe to keep you going. Why wouldn't you want to keep going when you know it's working so well and it's going so great? But you can't have that be the only source of those feelings in your life, because I think people get into trouble when that's the case, when keto or low carb, or not, the progress that they've been making all along was their only source for that light feeling, that pride, that confidence that they were doing something really good for themselves and succeeding at it. So when that's gone, well, now what? Now it's this huge kind of letdown, like, what do I get excited about now? So I think the solution to that is to not, from the beginning, not let your wins with keto become your only wins. I mean, that's not a healthy way to live anyway, right? But getting back to the core message, you still can have wins. You still can have progress when you are maintaining for the long term, because maintaining for the long term is the win. That is the progress. And so maybe it's not as exciting as like, ooh, I'm down another pound. Ooh, my blood pressure has come down a few more points. But that excitement, I really do think, can come from still doing great, still fit into everything in my closet, still feeling well, mood still good, skin still clear, blood sugar still normal, blood pressure still normal, heartburn still gone, joint pain still gone. How could we possibly think those are not wins? Like just because your heartburn's been gone for a year already, guess it's still gone, sweet. You know, maybe it's not as exciting as it was, but you can still be proud of it. You know, it does kind of become old hat when you've been at a certain weight for a really long time and that's your normal weight. It may not be exciting anymore, but I do think that there is something to be said for maintaining, because none of us wants to be a statistic. What is the point of losing the weight or putting X number of health conditions into remission only to be back at square one or, back at square 0.5, dealing with all the same stuff a couple of months or years later? So I hope that is helpful. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what on earth? What are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, keep the crazy out of your keto. If you want some keto without the crazy merch, there's a link to the merch store below. And if you feel like you could benefit from some more keto mindset tips and how to reframe things about low carb and keto, check out my keto mindset playlist. I have an entire playlist of videos with things to help you psychologically stick to a low carb or keto diet. I always say nobody needs another food list. We all know what to eat and what not to eat. If you don't, then check out Dr. Westman's very famous page 4 food list. There's a link in the notes, but most of us know what to eat and what not to eat. The hard part is actually doing it. So I think that my keto mindset playlist could be helpful for you. See you next time. Thanks for watching.